Turn that light on right there, baby. What's up, folks? Do me a favor, right? Go get my my globe light. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The white one that's downstairs.
Yeah.
And plug it up right there for me. What's up, people? What up? What up? What up? What up? Yeah, you're what's up, Skater? Yep, let's go. Ain't nothing changed, Marcus. You already know. Energy's still the same. Keep that same energy. Linehan was Linehan wasn't looking good. You right? Yeah, I mean the 4th and 1 play call. Bling man 121v3. We could say that it was a bad call, but at the end of the day, if he would have got in there, we wouldn't have said that. There were a lot of things that went kind of weird on us. No excuses though. Rams played a good game because even with the calls that didn't go our way, we had every opportunity to win this game. Everything that I told you so mission or anything like that, but everything that both myself, Vaj, even Law as well. I was listening to a lot of the things that we were saying leading up to this week. And a lot of the things that we scouted were there on film. Obviously, the Rams didn't change anything. They didn't add any new ripples to fool us. They did exactly what they do every week. And we just, we got outclassed this time. And that happens, But it's one of the better offenses in the league. And the one thing I can say that is strange and most people won't find, no, put it up there, man. That's super bright. Jesus, it's like the sun came out. Yeah, that's super glary. Can you put something over there for me, man? I know I'm running you, but yeah, you. But yeah, appreciate that, man. Who did that $100 super chat, man? I don't even get those, but that's what's up. That's what's up. Who that? Oh, that's a mod. What's up, bro? Yo, man, listen, I know you swimming in the bread over there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate the $100 super chat name, man. How you? I gotta come. You live down the street. You should have been over here watching the game so I can rub it in if we'd have won, man. I'm gonna come watch the Eagles with you soon. Yeah, that works. That's better. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Marty. I'll see you soon, brother.
Somebody.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my other brother. Yeah. At the end of the day, though, what I was saying is it was a very winnable game. Everything that we saw on film showed up. Everything was there for us. It was there for the taking. It's just that we didn't seize the opportunity. So, like I said, hats go off to the Rams. Not mad at them at all. I'm glad that they gave us a fight because it showed us what we have in us. But I was saying the surprising thing is that Dak wasn't the reason we didn't kill them this game. I think Dak gave everything that Dak had, and that's all I really wanted from him. But shout out to the season as well, because I know majority of you and myself included, when we were 3-5, didn't think that we would be bitching about losing in the divisional round. So, like I said, y'all keep that same energy because chances are Linehan won't be here next year. Even though we made the playoffs, we made the playoffs kind of despite our offensive woes. And I won't put them all on Linehan. I just don't think that our offense, the way we're set up now, just like our offense wasn't suited for Tony Romo any longer, or his regime, should I say. A lot of his receivers, Terrence Williams, Des Bryant, a lot of the guys who were here in Witten, a lot of the guys that we were using at that time and making this offensive scheme work, they're not here. So it's the same. I don't think the team that we have built around Sean Linehan at this point are suited for what he wants to do, and he's not suited for what they need. They're all young players. They need an easier scheme. We need some young, and not Kellen Moore young, but we need some young energy and young minds calling plays here, or just someone that's just like a savant on the level of an Andy Reid. Because and when I say a savant, I mean someone who knows how to confuse all defenses and keep them off balance. We were good today in the second half. First half, we could have put them away. We came out on fire. I thought that was going to be it. Once once that happened. But what the Rams did that I didn't expect was they plugged and filled those gaps like we were supposed to. They did everything that I said we were supposed to do to them. They did it to us. Punch them in the mouth. They hit us in the mouth early, both offensively and defensively, and make sure that you keep gap integrity. I'm sorry, and penetrate on the back end. That's all they did to us. We stopped Aaron Donald for the most part. But, and we protected Dak for the most part. Like, Dak had the time that he needed for the most part, and he was able to step up and clean pockets a lot today. So it wasn't the line. It wasn't the O-line. It wasn't, even though I did see Connor Williams, I was cracking up, man. And I'm a bust Vach's balls pause when I talked to him, because we were talking about whether or not Suafilo should start it. But when Connor Williams took that ride, I was dying, because I was just thinking about what he said, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, we went blow for blow with them. I know y'all holding your heads low, but you got to hold them high. We didn't expect to be here. And I'm not saying I'm not really for moral victories. I really felt like the energy was there for us to really do something this year. But I'm glad that people are now able to see that, hey, look, our offense needs to be revamped in some way. If it's not, obviously it's not Dak at this point. I think Dak has proven himself. So if it's not Dak, then who? I made a video called Scott Linehan Not Guilty earlier in the season, because people were getting open and Dak wasn't hitting them. Dak fixed that. And the offense still was stagnant at times. You have Amari Cooper, you have, Gallup, who came up like, he put his big boy draws on the day, but he came up big at times when we needed him. So if you have that much talent in the receiver core, you have that much talent in your offensive line where you can lose Fredericks for the entire year. You flip-flop at left guard for the entire year, and then you have a half-healthy Tyron Smith and a half-healthy Zach Martin for the entire year. And they still played pretty well, I think, the offensive line did. So we have that much talent on the offensive side of the ball, and you still can't figure out how to just annihilate teams with this defense. Because even with us losing in the time of possession battle, I think they had the ball for like half the game. But even us losing that, our defense was still in it. They kept us in it. This game could have and should have been, a 40-some-odd point game against us. And the defense held their own in the first half. We just didn't give them any breaks by keeping them off the field. Even Sean Lee kind of, the game that we thought we would have had against Seattle turned out to be this game. Like when I thought that Van Der Esch would play better against the Rams because they like to pass so much than he did against the Seattle Seahawks. He actually played better against the Seahawks, and Sean Lee sucked against the Seahawks. Sean Lee actually getting in there helped us out. It kind of sealed up the run a little bit in the second half, which is why they didn't just blow the lid off the game in the second half. I think we were able to stop the run a little bit better, but we still looked like we were just taking the brunt of the punishment, man. Yeah, we did. But let me read some of your comments. Let me say what's up, because a lot of y'all in here. It's like 235 y'all in here. I said I had to get on here, man, because it's the last game of the season. I definitely was going live tonight. Adrian Lindsay, what's up, man? Yeah, CJ gave us problems last year when we played him in Denver. You're exactly right. He kind of beat up on us. Everybody calling for Linehan head in there, man. Dak did play a great game. Like I said, this year, hands down, I said this year would be a no excuse year for Dak. Dak, rose to the occasion this year. He still has things need to work out. He almost throws a pick six almost every game. That's like his cup of coffee or something. It wakes him up in the morning. But at the end of the day, this season he showed that he has heart and he has that it factor. He has heart and he is improving. So because this game we were playing from behind and Dak did everything he could do to bring us back. We didn't lose the game and we did not come back because Dak made some boneheaded plays. He actually, he made some solid plays. If anything, Zeke wasn't quite himself this game, and that's because he didn't really have anywhere to run. The running lanes just weren't there, and I get why they didn't run all day. Byron Jones gave up the touchdown. Byron stopped the touchdown too. So Trey Kennedy, when you say that, you have to say both. He might have gave up one, but he definitely knocked the ball out of Cook's hands for 1-2. What up, Eddie? How you, man? Yeah, we didn't blitz, I think, because they kept us off balance. When you have a team that's able to run and pass, and they're up, you really don't know what they're doing. And the Rams already have an offense where you really don't know what they're doing. So you don't know what the Rams are doing at all, regardless. There's no way. You just don't know. So for us to blitz and put ourselves in a bigger hole, I think they were trying to play conservative and just say, look, let's just stop them. But that last play, I mean, we had a shot to even get the ball back. I don't know what the hell Heath was keying in on, but he was looking very late. I just thought he just probably thought at the end of the day, Goff will never run. That's probably what he thought. But Heath didn't even. He had contained on that play. He had. I mean, he could have. He was fast as hell. He could have. He could have killed Goff on that play, or at least forced him to slide. He didn't even see it. He didn't see it. If you watch that last play on that bootleg, where they ran for that first down. Love you too, Marty. I ain't even see that, man. Love you, bro. And that's my brother from another mother over there, my frat brother over there, man. They always support and hold me down. Yep, same old Ram shit. They did exactly what they do. But I'm reading up what you guys are saying real quick. Let me catch up on a couple of you guys. Now, listen, here's what you do. You can either super chat, which I'm going to see anyway if you do that because it's going to change colors, or you can highlight your comments if you really have a question or want me to say something, because there's so many comments in this chat box. There's just no way for me to answer them all. So if you have a question or you have something if you're not talking to me, fine, talk to each other. That's cool. But if you have something you want me to say or want me to address, definitely highlight it so I can see it a lot easier, because I'm reading up and it's hard to pick out what's pertaining to me and what's not. But yeah, man, this shit sucks, man. What's up, Pat 1984, man? Much love right back at you, bro. This was a great season, man. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Trust me, I'm not. It stings though, but it hurts good because the future is bright. As long as if we seal up our offense and keep our defense in place, and Jerry just drops a bag on Chris Richard to keep him here, I hope he does. But if Jerry drops a bag on Chris Richard, and we have a scheme offensively that suits these guys, we're good. Stop the vertical offense. Dak has adjusted to the vertical offense that we were running, but he's not a vertical quarterback. Not right now. And we don't need to be. We already run pretty good play action. That's great. But after scheming and watching what Goff was doing and what he was doing all year, it's just hands down, man. McVay, I take my hat off to him. I take my hood off to him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that on. I like the Star Wars effect. But McVay did a great job with this offense, and Dak actually showed character at the end of the game. He was a class act there. But McVay's offense, he brings everything across Goff's line of sight, and we knew that coming into the game. It looks like we went and we adjusted by playing man, and it hurt us at times, but at the same time, I think that's what kept us in the game. So I can't really question what Linehan and those guys did, but we did switch from that cover 3, which is what we had to do to even stay in this one. We didn't give up the big plays. There wasn't a lot of bombs on us. So really, the problem was we had to pick our poison. Either let them catch underneath, and we had to chase and tackle very well and be physical and stop the run, or let them blow this game open. They didn't blow the game open. Our defense did what it was supposed to do. They bent, but they didn't break, and they kept us in this game. And they're young. Our team is young. This isn't a team like the Patriots, even though they're kind of young now other than Tom Brady. But this isn't a team where you have a bunch of veterans that were put together to win a Super Bowl, and they didn't quite get it, and then you got a bunch of free agents coming up next year. These are all homegrown young guys, man. So next year is going to be, we say in Philly, we say something called later is greater. Somebody owe you some bread, or you ask somebody, if they need something, right about now, they're like, no, later is greater. And that's how I feel right now. Later is greater. So we're a young team. I think we're going to be running the NFCs in no time. I definitely wanted to see the Eagles in the NFC championship game. I thought that would have been epic because I'm right here in Philly. And I would have been trolling and talking so much shit, maybe even fighting. You never know. I don't want to fight nobody though, man. I'm chill. I'm too old for that shit now. But I would have had fun with that. Got a super chat from, let me see who that one is, man. I appreciate the super chats too, people. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get to it. It's a lot. Damn, you guys are commenting like crazy. Y'all going in. I like that. Okay, this is that's not a super chat, but I'll get back to you in 1 second, Marquise. I can't even see the oh, there we go. Paul Mills. They play reactive instead of blitzing and imposing more of the defensive will. That's definitely true. Like I said, I think we didn't blitz later in the we blitzed some in the first half. We were blitzing a lot. You kept blitzing Jalen, and it was working. But I think the reason they stopped is because they started scoring. And you know, when you blitz, it's feast or famine. So if you don't get there, you're leaving those lanes open. And I think once we went down a little bit, you don't blitz. Teams usually play conservative when they're down because that's how you give up more big plays. Once they adjust to what you're trying to do schematically and adjust to your blitzes and what you were doing, if you're leaving those lanes open for them, then the game gets out of hand. So I think we went conservative not because, we didn't want to blitz. Blitzing, you can take more chances when you're up. We would have blitzed more. We would have killed golf if we would have took the lead and kept it. So we never took the runaway. So there was no way we could just keep blitzing all game. And then when your blitzes never get there, we were blitzing the A gap all day, and they just sealed it up. They knew. Like, look, Goff can't go anywhere. He can't get anywhere. He's not a mobile quarterback. So if they didn't protect their A gap, it was over. And it was the same for us. Both teams, both offensive lines did a hell of a job today. I think theirs more so than ours because when we needed those short yards, we weren't there. It just wasn't there for us. That one play where Looney actually pancakes Ndamukong Suh on that 4th and 1, but we just couldn't get it. We didn't get it there, man. That's it just is what it is. Taysom Womo, reliable clutch goats. D-Law shouldn't be paid more than $10 million. Yes or no? I got a rule, man. I don't unless it's a guy that's like truly a bum, and I really don't think they should get what they're getting. I don't really like to talk about other people's money like that. Like I don't want to say he shouldn't be paid. All I will say is, when we needed him to step up in certain games this year, it wasn't there. So he's not Khalil Mack. We know that, but he should get a nice check. He should get a nice check. He's not Khalil Mack though. That's true. He's not. Marquise Hardison. I'm okay with keeping Garrett. Players love playing for him. Linehan will be the scapegoat. That's true. Chris Richard is about to be one of the highest paid coordinators in the league. If he stays here, he would be, yeah. And I would be all for it. I want Chris Richard here, so I'm with you. But yeah, I hear you, Marquise. Vern, what up? Well, it's going to be the Saints and the Rams. Honestly, now that we're out of it, I want the Eagles to kick ass again, man. Let's bring it home for the NFC East. Fuck everybody else. That's how I really feel, and not because I'm in Philly either. It's just like, if anything, NFC East need to rule, and that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I'm saying. I know y'all probably like, yo, you rooting for the Eagles. I'm not. It's just that I don't like the Saints. I wanted to play the Eagles in the championship game, and I do want them to beat the Saints. That is what it is. And I don't like, and I damn sure don't want the Rams to win. It would be a lot of you was probably say, yo, if the Rams, won the Super Bowl, at least we lost to the champs. Nah, I don't want them their road through us to end in the Super Bowl. You call me a hater, I don't give a damn. He said, man, fuck the Eagles. He said, man, fuck the Eagles. I hear you on that, bro. I hear you on that. Well, your motherfucker like, fuck that. He said, fuck the Eagles, man. I hear you. The linebacker play was bad all night. Vander Esch, man. That's my young boy, but he need to hit that weight room in this offseason, man. He was not he wasn't himself. Well, he was himself. He wasn't able to do much against the run. He was playing like when CJ Anderson took everybody's soul in his defense. Everybody who hit him, nobody wanted to deal with him. Nobody. Even Jalen was like, he was hitting him, but he wasn't really Jalen. Not when he hit him. We adjusted. Who said we didn't adjust? That was Beat You Up. What's up, bro? Beat You Up. I like that name. I used to have an idea for some boxing. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say it because I might still do it. But it has something to do with the way you're playing on words that you just used right there. Let's see. The thoughts on that BS sack, that sack was fucking pure T bullshit, man. Like I said, we were playing again. There was a lot of calls that didn't go our way. It was a holding call on that 4th and goal. They did not score on us that 4th and goal. We held them. That defense held. That was a clear hold on Taco Charlton. 79 turned him all the way around by the collar. His hand was all the way inside. Taco wasn't just bitching on that. That was real. He really did that. So that call was crazy. That sack was not a sack. Who knows what Dak would have did with that ball afterward, because you saw what he did when he just found Gallup down the sideline. Hell of a catch by Gallup too. And again, I want to say once again, hats off to Gallup for standing up and doing what you did, man. You stepped up big time, big homie. Byron Jones was our best corner all year. What are you fans looking at? They right now you just gotta give them. You gotta let them have it, Vern. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying the right shit, but people were looking for something to blame. That is what it is. We played one of the second best offense in the league, and we held our own. We lost by 8. And it does look like Chris Richard will stay. I hope he does. What position should we spend that 2nd round pick on? That's a tough question. We don't really have any holes right now, so I don't really know until we see who's staying and who's going. You can't really say, because right now, I mean, another safety would help, I think, bringing it, and not because Heath's playing like trash, not because Woods isn't developing. I like both those guys, and I like Frazier too. I just think if there was a place where we don't have, depth or veteran leadership, it is the safety position. So I would like to either go out in free agency and grab somebody who can bang. I want somebody who's going to come and knock somebody's head off. I thought Heath started off pretty strong. He was cracking a little bit in the beginning, but he disappeared. Everyone was going backwards. Woods, every time we hit something, we was falling backwards. Or, we had Van Der Esch pushing people out of bounds like he was like he's a corner. It just wasn't right. Wasn't right. Zeke, yeah, he was slipping and missing passes. And he couldn't really get open. He couldn't get any separation, even though we were playing into Littleton's and Mark Barron's strengths. Their coverage team. So we kept trying to beat them with like routes. Let's try to have him run routes. Zeke is not a route runner where it's like, hey, just have him cut guys up and make it that vanilla. Like, nah, he's not Alvin Kamara. Have it where we ran some plays earlier in the year where we walled him off and we're chipping to get him some space, to get him some edge. And we didn't do that. But that's, again, why I keep coming back to the coordinator. John asked, you say we need to draft a D tackle. I would say I would agree. But at the end of the day, Antoine Woods plays pretty good in there. We got Collins, who I like, a lot. So it's not Marquise, it's Marcus. My bad, Marquise. You no offense to your mother. I hope she's still alive and well and kicking. But she was giving you the high class Marcus spelling, not the hood spelling. You got Marquise, Marcus, Marquise. My bad. Sean Lee looked lost. No, he didn't. Now see, now you're not gonna kill Sean Lee now. Sean Lee actually was playing pretty damn good. He's playing pretty good in the second half. First half, we were getting run through, man. First half, we were getting run through. Sean Lee slowed that down. Whether it don't look like it, because the yards were still, they were still going up the field, but it was methodical. They weren't chewing us up for. He was averaging 10 yards a carry. Anderson was in the first half. 10 yards a carry. I don't know what he averaged the second half, but kill him. X Woods ain't the answer either. Oh, damn. Prescott is the GOAT. Okay, no, I wouldn't say that. But he played very good today. Marcus, I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about the draft. Me too. Dak is awesome. I will say that. Tony Romo still has more playoff wins than Dak Prescott. Yeah, but, Dak is, I don't think Tony Romo went to the playoffs 2 out of his first 3 years, though. So Dak has a leg up there. Meanwhile, wide open lane could have ran. Yeah, I think Dak could have ran a lot this game. I think he didn't run as much. I thought his knee was really hurting. I was just like, it must be, because he didn't run a lot. I think he could have. You know, I think we should have used Dak's legs more, especially in those short yardage situations. We don't set up for future plays. We just try to line up and just beat you. That's what I don't like about our offensive scheme. When on those 4-for-1 plays, you see the Rams were setting us up for everything. It wasn't that we didn't have gap integrity. You have to realize how hard this shit is, man. Think about this. You got horizontal motions, two motions almost on multiple plays. So you'll have, you know, a wide receiver motioning, then you have a tight end that'll be motioning, which changes the strong side of that play. You have a tight end on this side, and you say, okay, the play is probably going left, right? On the short side of the field. They'll bring Higbee over, and now that looks like strong side. So we shift. And then once Higbee gets there, they bring Woods back this way. And now you shift again to try to make sure you're not out leveraged, because someone might have to get a body on him because we might be in our base formation, or now someone else is playing man on that guy who wasn't before. So they're causing us to shift a lot. That's before the play even starts. Then you have Timothy, blonde bomber McVay, in the ear of Golf all the way down to the 15-second mark of the clock, telling him when to do what and what to do to adjust us and get us in the right alignment for their play. And then from there, so he can change it to whatever he wants at that point. He has options at the line. He has options. He can hand it based on the leverage. So if I say, hey, if they shift this way, hand to the receiver. If they on the jet sweep, if they don't, toss it out to go to Gurley on the outside. Depending on how we're aligned, they're changing what they're doing at the line. That's already hard enough. That's pre-snap. Post-snap, okay? Once the run is working the way it was working, you're going to bite on almost every jet sweep. You're going to bite on every play action. You're going to bite on everything. So that brings the linebackers, those talented linebackers are now confused and out of the equation and playing catch-up the entire game. Tyrone Crawford, I think he played great. When I say played great, I don't mean like he had sacks or anything like that. I mean, he played with good energy throughout the game. That's all I can say. I'm not trying to knock him, but I do think this game should have been a Randy Gregory game. That's just me. He should have been playing more. But whatever, hindsight's 20/20. But at the end of the day, that's how it looks to me. I don't think that the linebackers kind of suck. It's just they confuse the hell out of them. All those motions and so on. I mean, that's confusing. It's hard to do. No doubt, Marcus, man. I appreciate you watching. Dax Trescott, no. He more of a D Ware. Who's more of a D Ware? D Law and D Ware are not in the same thing, bro. They good. I mean, not saying D Law not good. D Law is more of a he's more of an athletic Crawford, or he's like a smash guy. Like he's a basher. He's not pretty. He's just a strong guy. He's like a tank for real. He got the right name. He's gonna run through you, run over you, and try to kill himself to get to you. But he's not like D Law. I saw this man do a half spin move, man. He did a fake spin and came down and made a sack off that. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Like the athleticism, the raw athleticism of D Ware and the pass rush skills. He was just making shit up out there. So no knock on D Law, but there's a lot of players that are nowhere near D Ware. So D Law is one of them. He's nowhere near D Ware. Okay. Look like, okay, you guys are talking about a D-Law play. I didn't see. I don't know which one you're talking about. So highlight it if you want me to talk about that. I don't know which play you guys are talking about down there. Let's see. Do we give D-Law a contract, or do we look elsewhere? Yo, y'all gotta stop this shit at the end of every year, man. What are you talking about? Come on, man. Y'all tripping. You pay that man. He bleed blue. You pay that man. He been balling. If we would have won this game, y'all wouldn't be asking that question. Even if him playing the way he playing right now, why y'all even asking me that? Now I don't even like talking about people money, but come on, man. Like, come on, pay the man. You pay him something. Now I can't tell you how much he deserves. That's up to him, his accountant, Cowboys accountants, and they front office. I don't give a shit what you pay these guys for real, for real. I'm not mad at your money. They all get paid, way more than they deserve to be paid, in my opinion. Why? Because they play a sport. That's it. Like, if I could get paid millions of dollars to go play football, trust me, I'll be a happy motherfucker. Like, do these dudes know what the fuck they giving me? I mean, that's just is what it is. So No, pay him whatever you're gonna pay him. That is what it is. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. I hope he gets everything he deserves, whatever that number is. I don't care if they franchise him again. I just want D-Law on this team. He need that money. They didn't cover. They did cover last week. They didn't cover this week on the normal spread. The regular spread was +7. Oh, somebody was betting with me too, man. Indianapolis, they killed me. They killed me. It was you can't tell me Vegas ain't in on it. I'm just gonna take a sidebar for a second. Andrew, I don't know what your name is on here, but this dude called me yesterday. We were going through picks, and I was like, I got a 3-game special teaser. This teaser is ridiculous. When I say ridiculous, I had the Indianapolis Colts +15.5. I said, I'm taking that all day. I'm taking that all day. They fucking covered, bro. They covered. That's fucking crazy, yo. Listen, Adam Vinatieri, I know this ain't about the Colts, but Adam Vinatieri misses a field goal and an extra point. That's 4 points wiped off. I would have covered with that. Then at the end of the game, it's 10 seconds left. Number 10 just drops a wide open touchdown. In bum time, that would have also covered. I'm like, what the pure T fuck? But I did cover with the Cowboys because I had them. They did cover for me. I had them plus 17.5. It was +7, and then the special teaser added 10 points. So I had to chase that money with Indianapolis. Now I have the Eagles over 41. I think that's gonna definitely work. And the Eagles are +18 versus the Saints. So hopefully I got tomorrow to win all my money back. But anyway, back to what we're talking about here. Yeah, you pay that man. Leave his bread alone. John Silk, Cowboys suck. I understand you're mad, brother, but I don't see how we suck. But whatever. Yeah, what's up, Drew? There you go. Andrew Zomas, man. Yeah, that shit was messed up, man. That killed me. Did you bet with me though? Highlight it so I can see your response. Did you bet with me? Because I had to run it back. I was like, look, man, I had to bet a whole new teaser because he fucked up my whole teaser. Linehan does have to get fired or just has to quietly disappear. I don't care what happens to him. Mitch, you there at the game? Yeah, that got to be hard. I wouldn't draft a guard. I would bring in a veteran guard that's ready now and allow him to push Connor Williams. That's what I would do. I wouldn't draft a guard. I would just go get like another guy or train up a guy. Or maybe maybe Mark Colombo with a full offseason will make these guys look like they used to look. But they definitely need a new training staff and a strength and conditioning team because that offensive line was beat up all year. They were just beat up. But a lot of that had to do with our offensive coordinator. We played bully football. If we played a scheme that made it so that you cannot keep 8 in the box, 9 in the box, and then we didn't line up to try to smash. Think about this. Zeke led the league in rushing, and we saw 9-man fronts, 8-man fronts a lot this year. So for Zeke to still lead the league in rushing with the way we play offense, when people know, hey, we're running, you know exactly what we're doing. We're running the ball right at you. We play bully style football. If we have a coordinator come in here who understands how to use formations and pre-snap motions and so on, sort of like Gruden, or even though Gruden's fucking up over there with the Rams. But thank you to Gruden. I think us and the Chicago Bears made the playoffs just because of you. So shout out to John Gruden. Can I get a John Gruden shout out, please? That was not a Hell Hitler sign either. I just put my hand up. Anyway, I'm not racist, I promise. I got plenty of black friends. Anyway, my bad. I think that if we brought in a coordinator who understood how to motion pre-snap, I think we would be sick, because you can't give Zeke a 7-man front and think you're going to stop him, because this offensive line is eating up 8-man fronts all day. So yeah, I just want to see that. The boys have the team to push the ball downfield, whatever they want. They just do it when it's too late. That is actually true. If Dak would have played the way he was playing in the fourth quarter, from the first quarter on, it was over. Surviving R. Kelly had our defense shook up. I don't understand that one, but okay. Oh shit, that was freaking hilarious, AKOYE. Oh, you talking about the I got plenty of black friends. What's up, Eddie? That was funny. Oh man, I had fun with that. Upward $75 million in cap space next year. I'm excited too. Yep, you're right, Marcus. Yeah, we were trying to run the ball the first quarter. It's not the run that's the problem. It's not now I'm not even mad about how many times we ran. It's the way we run. It's the formations we use to run. Zeke doesn't need power formations to run the ball. We don't have to be that power team that comes in and bullies people. I think if you're going to run those power looks, then stay in the power formation all day long. Make that your scheme. That's it. We just like the Panthers used to do. They used to run wishbone. So did the Denver Broncos when they had Peyton Manning because they were trying to protect his neck. They didn't want him in shotgun, but they didn't want him under center because his feet were slow and he couldn't get back into his steps. So they said, listen, let's run pistol. They ran pistol all year. So if you're going to run something, run it and then make it so that everything's built off of that. If we're going to run those power looks, then our play action should look the same. Everything should look the same, and we should motion and so on. I'm not an offensive coordinator. I'm not going to pretend that I'm like some offensive guru or anything like that. But from just watching what other teams are doing, that's what I see that works. You couldn't tell what the Rams were doing because everything looks the fucking same. How many times did you see someone motion and then another motion, then a fake jet? They motion. So motion. Then jet sweep out of that. Like, come on, man. And then they run the ball based off of that. So it's like an option route, or read option without the quarterback being involved. That's what it's like that. They can hand it to either or. He can hand that to, and you never know who he's handing it to. He doesn't even know. He does it based on your alignment. That is ridiculous. So how easy would that be if you had Tavon Austin, running jet sweeps all day? Don't take him off the field. Put him on the field and threaten the back end of every play. Then you cannot put 8 in the box because he's gonna fucking kill you on the back end of that play. That's just common sense, in my opinion. And then you got that. I mean, got Zeke. Like Zeke, if he's only running again, if he has numbers and he's running to the numbers, and when I said he has numbers, he has more blockers than they have on one side of the field. It's all day over. It's over, man. It's over. Marcus, what'd you say? Michael, how about that one trick play, flea flicker, double reverse, anything? Yeah, like if I think we should have came out like that's a Parcells thing. When we were at the 50 on those 4th and 1s, man, I would not have been mad if we missed those 4th and 1s by doing like especially that play with Zeke where he didn't make it. That play right there, if we had a flea flickered in a play like that, it would have been over. Like I thought we were going to do a flea flicker. The Saints actually did that against the Rams as well and killed them. The Eagles ran a fake read option, fake RPO with Nick Foles at that, and everyone got behind the defense. So I was just looking for that. Once we got to the 50, I was looking to see that. Parcells used to do that. He used to say it too. Like when you get to the 50, when he gets to the 50, he does a trick play all the time. He does it because that's when you start taking your chances and taking your shots. And Parcells is a gambler. He needs the juice. He still says that he still, does his horse racing and all that. But that would have been great to see if we would have tried to trick him right there. We just didn't do it. We don't run that many RPOs because that's not really who we are. I think they're trying to develop Dak into a quarterback. And if we relied on RPOs, it would have stifled his progression. Just like it stifled, I think, Cam Newton's progression. They're stuck with RPO now because that's what Cam Newton runs. Cam Newton doesn't get under center. Very, very, very rarely does he get under center. And I think we need to be able to do that. I think Dak wants to be well-rounded. And I think they have a plan for him as far as that's concerned. I think that was their plan from the beginning. They didn't want a running quarterback because you can't franchise a running quarterback. Why? Because they get hurt. What's the kid's name? I don't really think of his name. RG3. Yeah. What's up, DJ? Good game. Bro, I was at the game and the breakdown you did on the Rams offense was spot on. Thanks, Dante. I actually agreed with that. Like obviously I didn't make the shit up. We were sitting there looking at it, all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of the things that we saw on both sides of the ball. I just did a video earlier. I was late with it because there's a guy building a house right down the street, so I can never get anywhere quiet except for at night. here. So I didn't get my voiceover done on that video till late. And I couldn't do it at my loft because they're retrofitting the space for the podcast. So they're building a soundproof office with windows or whatever. So I couldn't do anything in there either. So got it out late. But if you go watch that one, you'll see, like, even defensively, everything was there, and they did it. Like, off the offensive line, everything I said they needed to do to have a shot at winning this game, they did it. They did it. They protected the A gap all day. When they did sack us or they did get any pressure, it was on the outside. We protected Dak's gut all day. Up the gut, they did pretty good. He was able to step up in the pocket, and he felt pressure a lot better than he ever did. I never saw Dak step up and be that comfortable in the pocket. I never even saw him roll out like he did on that Gallup play. I never saw him roll out and stay poised as he did on that play. He didn't. You notice he didn't jump and put his life into that ball. He just kind of flicked it out there. And that's what we've been looking for from him. He just flicked it out there. You know what I mean? I haven't seen him do that in a while. I haven't seen him do that. Matter of fact, I don't think ever. This team definitely can get back to the playoffs. Who's that? Who said that? Drew Beats. Yeah, we definitely get back to the playoffs. You said Shane Anchor. I beg to differ, man. See, this is why we do breakdowns, Shane. You said the offense did a great job. The run game could have been better, but the D put us behind the 8 ball. I beg to differ. The defense played good the first 3 or 4 series, but we were 3 and out a lot. Once your defense is tired, it don't matter how good they are. I don't give a fuck what your scheme is. If you're tired, you're tired. You know, if you hurt, you're hurt. And we kept them on the field too long. That's what happens. Offense is partly defense, and defense is partly offense. They work hand in hand. A lot of people think that defense is just, hey, you can go out. This ain't Madden. You can't turn the fatigue button off and think that people are going to play. Like, no, it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? You go out there, and your job as a defense is to get off the field quickly. They didn't do that a lot. I give you that. But the offense's job is to stay on the field. Why? Because it keeps the defense off the field. So one, they can actually look at things, they can watch things and game plan and adjust to what's actually happening. You can't adjust in the game. So when they're running their no huddle, which they were running against us quite a bit, when they're running their no huddle or they're running their misdirections, the coach on the sideline might see what's happening. But what the hell can he do about it if he can't get in this guy's faces and say, hey, listen, this is what's happening. You know, he can't tell them what's going on because they're on the field. So you can't adjust if your team is on the field the whole time. So we do that to teams. People know that. Like, so that's what it is. Like your defense is helped by that offense sucking up the clock, and we weren't able to do that. So that worked hand in hand. I'm not putting it all on the defense, and I'm not putting it on the offense either. I think we got outclassed by a better offensive coordinator this time around, and their game plan was able to stop us. Hold on 1 second. I got to tell my sons to be quiet. Hey, Manny. Sorry about that. Let me call him. Inside zones from the shotgun. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh yeah, they did bulldozers. They bulldozers. I'm not saying that didn't happen. So pull up then. I like your name, man. You can pull up, bro. You sound like you mad a little bit. Yo, listen, y'all know I'm live, right? All right, y'all making way too much noise and it's already bedtime. Y'all want me to start paying attention to you or what? All right then, so keep it down. All right. All right. Sorry about that. Had to be a dad for a second. Yeah, the play action wars down. They came out and they were punching our O-line in the mouth, and they were punching our. It was just the trenches. We lost the battle on both sides of the ball. I think you know, pass protection wise, O-line played good. But run scheme, we had some daylight. Zeke had some daylight from time to time, but it's like when he got it, it was like few and far between. We didn't look. We should have looked like they looked against us. We were the ones that were saying, hey, they were giving up 5.1 yards a carry. And so how is it that we're the ones getting the ball rammed down our throats? Couldn't stop Gurley. True. Damn, thought you were like 30. Didn't know you were a middle-aged man. I'm 35, man. Who the fuck is a middle-aged man? What you talking about? Stop it, man. I ain't there yet. I ain't old, motherfucker. Not that old. Stop it. I'll show you. You could definitely pull up. I'll show you what I got out back. I got a whole gym out back, bro. These things still nice. Stop playing with me. Rams old line was great. Yeah, they was, man. They definitely was. Somebody get CJ on the phone. Yeah, David Irvin was needed this season. That's a fact. Call them. Are they in the west wing of the house? They don't hear shit. These kids is loud as hell, Eddie. They don't hear nothing I say, man. It's like, and I don't want to scream in y'all ear, so I just had to call them. Make it easy. Yep, Shane Anchor. You're right. RD stopped him one time all game. That's true. That's true. That's true. All right, y'all want to smack around the defense, smack. You want to smack around the defense, smack them around, man. Yeah, do what you want. That's all. It is what it is. I ain't gonna argue with you. You want to smack them around? We lost. Whatever. But again, if we would have won, I don't think half the things you guys are saying would be valid. I don't. Y'all rolled this defense to the playoffs, and then now you want to kick them in the balls after they lose. That's like me training a fighter to get to the championship fight, and then he loses first round knockout. I'm like, you're fucking worthless. Like, you can't do that, man. That ain't how this shit works, man. That ain't how it works. Like, you ain't gonna win them all. It is what it is. Like, you gotta just take your losses the same way you take your wins, man. Period. Because neither one of them are real or valid. Now you want to bark? Shut up, Rain. Come on, man. Stop it. Everybody in here, man. That's why I need my studio, man. Yeah, y'all need to get these super chats up. I need my studio finished ASAP. Get them up. I'm going to go tell everybody to be quiet real quick. I'll be right back. Yo, I'm live, yo. Can y'all turn it down and stop screaming? Not all. Damn. And who spilled this sugar on my floor? Come get it. Who has sugar? Somebody did. Who has sugar? Who has sugar? Or salt? I'll figure it out. All right. I'm back like I never left. You know that's a lie. My bad, people. Rams secondary played soft. Yeah, they were playing off us all game. We didn't take advantage of that all game. They were playing like 10, 15 yards off the ball trying to stop us from play action. And so, you said y'all who won? We didn't. They put up almost 300 yards on the ground. Vincent Staples said, yeah, you damn sure right. I ain't smacking him by Eddie, man. I just I got cursed him out a little bit. Yeah, I love my team too, Marcus, man. But this one hurt just for the fact that I think we should have won this game. I don't want to say that I don't want to say that we didn't try hard enough, but we looked like they took our heart early in this game. Even Jalen's usually the heart and soul. I think he hit C.J. Anderson once in the first half. He hit him pretty good, and when he got up, he clapped. He did one of these, and usually when Jalen does that is when he misses a play. Last year, whenever he would miss a play because of his leg or something like that, he would clap. So this year, when he does it, it's because he didn't do what he. That just shows me it didn't do what he expected to do to him. And when he hit C.J. Anderson, I think it hurt because he hit him pretty good, but afterward he got up and clapped. I was like, damn, that shit must have hurt or something. But yeah, I don't know, man. We just didn't look like ourselves defensively. But I think a lot of it was because we were tired. What if that fighter balloons up 40 pounds, then loses it all before the fight? Yeah, I guess I would say he's trash if he did that, though. What are they saying about Byron? I don't even see what they're saying, but what are they talking about? Like, where did Byron get chewed up? Like, it wasn't the passing game that killed us; it was the run game. So why would you be mad at Byron? Here's a secret. I don't care if it's Lamar, what's his name? Lamar Jackson, that's his name. I don't care if it's Lamar Jackson throwing the ball. If you can't stop the run, the pass is going to be there. You're going to have passing lanes because it ain't shit out there. You got to commit everybody to the run. So I don't understand why Byron's being attacked. Like Byron didn't, he didn't get the lid blown off. The dude gave up like one touchdown in the playoffs at that, maybe two, the entire year. I mean, the playoffs is when it counts. But that's it all year. Leave him alone, man. Y'all crazy. He needs some interceptions, though. That's one thing I will say about him. I ain't never seen the dude make the Pro Bowl without no interceptions. That shows you how good he is at coverage. So leave the man alone. Y'all act like we got blown out. We need Snacks in the middle. Snacks Harris. I like Snacks Harris. I would bring him in, put him next to Antoine Woods. We would shore that running game up. I like that. But look, man, we can go back and forth, all of us. We can go back and forth about what could have been and what should have been. I'm reading your comments, and it kind of keeps taking me to where you guys are with it and mentally right now. But all I'm going to say, man, if you want to watch what transpired or what should have transpired, watch the breakdowns that I did on both sides of the ball leading up to this game. I think everything that I put on film was valid. So I'm not really going to sit there and discuss or break my neck discussing that. What I will do, though, is say that, this offseason, we need to shore up a couple of things, man. I think we need some depth at the safety position and some veteran leadership on both sides of the ball. I wouldn't mind if we went out and got a veteran guard to push and teach Connor Williams. Connor Williams needs to hit the weight room and needs to eat. I don't want to. Yeah. I'm glad you can jump, 5 foot in the air on the boxes and shit like that. I'm glad you're explosive with those legs, but you need to be a killer. I want a mauler. Quentin Nelson was a mauler even today, even though they lost. Like I like that. I want a mauler. He needs to maul people. I don't want a tap dancing, educated footed left guard that's pretty. I want you to kill some shit. So, his feet are good. I'd rather you lose a little bit of that swiftness and go out and get, some more weight on you, because he kind of light in the ass. That's all. No knock on him though. He's a young guy. I say all that. I say no knock on him. It sounds kind of crazy. But yeah, that's how I feel about Connor Williams. Outside of Connor Williams, I think on the defensive side of the ball, we just need another veteran in there. I think Sean Lee is kind of like near the end of his run. So if he is, we definitely need somebody to come in there and replace him. Maybe that's going to be ET, especially if Chris Richard winds up staying. I think that definitely happens. I think it happens anyway because he wants to be here. So we definitely need that though. And outside of that, I'm not saying shit bad about the season, but I think that we did what we were supposed to do. Sometimes when you have a team, you want them to do as well as they can, And I think that's exactly what we did. But we did a little bit better because I don't think we were supposed to be here. I really don't. I look at every day, even after my robbery, I look at every day as a blessing because, you know, you can go at any moment. Every game after the half of the season, every game after the end of the season was a blessing because, you know, I don't think this was a playoff team when we started the year, not the way we were playing. So for us to be here, like I said, complaining about calls or complaining about where we at, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. So, you know, take this loss the same way y'all were taking your wins. Keep that same energy. Let's be fired up for the draft. Let's be fired up for these breakdowns because, you know, I'm breaking down. Now, we're going to find out who played like a bum this year. I can't really say when I'm doing a weekly breakdown. And, you know, I can just look at what happened this week. I'm not looking at the whole body of work. But now I am. So we're going to break down every player on this team and every player that's, you know, that's prospective to be on this team. So there are prospects anyway to be on this team. So there's going to be a busy off season. Last year, didn't know what I was doing, just started, you know, and I was kind of passionate about, you know, one player in particular, and that was Dez. That's what started me. I wasn't planning on being an analyst or analyzing anything. Now I actually know what I want to attack. I want to address this offseason. So we're gonna have a busy offseason. Y'all gonna see a lot of me. I'm gonna see a lot of y'all with these live feeds and these premieres. Make sure y'all liking and subscribing, sharing. That's how you spread the word here, and that's how we grow this thing, man. What we're doing, and this is not about the team anymore. This is about you guys as fans. But what we're doing as fans, myself, you guys included, the type of attention we pay to our team and the type of homage we pay to our team is second to none. That's real. That's real. So they say it's America's team, and we show that with the way we behave as fans. So let's go out with class the same way we came in this motherfucker. You feel me? We came in this joint hype and ready to go because we felt like we had a team that was fiery and ready to go. Don't be down on them now. That's when they need you the most. You know, when they get punched in the mouth like this, the way we did, that's when they need us. So at the end of the day, you know, walk out the same way you came in. And one of my favorite poems is say, treat both triumph and disaster just the same. Treat both imposters, that's what they call them, imposters, just the same. It's a poem by Rudyard Kipling called If. You know what I'm saying? And I won't say it all here, but you guys know the beginning. If you can keep your head when all around you are losing theirs and blame it on you, you know what I'm saying? If you can wait but not grow tired of waiting, be lied on but not dealing lies, be hated but not give way to hating, don't look too good or talk too wise. You see what I'm saying? If you can think but not make thoughts your aim, if you can dream but not make dreams your master, and if you can meet with both triumph and disaster and treat both imposters just the same. That's like the first and second stanza of that poem, but a lot of it rings true. Is real. You know what I'm saying? If you can watch everything you built in life broken, stoop and build them back up with worn out tools, man. That's what we're doing right now. So now it's time to rebuild this motherfucker and keep going. You know, you risk it all. You can risk it all on one game of pitch and toss and lose and never mention anything about your losses. Start from your beginnings and keep it moving. That's what life about. That's what being a man about. That's what being a fan is about. That can't be fickle where you want to run from the team as soon as some shit happens. I lost one of the best players that I think ever wore number 88 this year. We lost that this year, and he had a hell of a roller coaster ride. And I did most of my fighting against other Cowboys fans talking about him. It wasn't even, you know, Eagles fans. Eagles fans like, we'll take him. Redskins fans, we'll take him. Giants fans, we'll take him. In the Cowboy Nation, I'm arguing motherfuckers about whether or not, you know, Des Bryant is anything. That's what type of fans we've been, and we can't be that. We can't be that. You know, we need to be the same type of fans that we expect when we're winning. Like we when we're winning, hey, you can't say that. Don't say that. No, we got rock. Now that don't mean coddle anybody. You know, when you're playing like shit, you're playing like shit, and we gonna say it, but you damn sure can't jump off the wagon. So let's hold our heads high. Let's walk out this motherfucker the same way we came in, like I said. And like I said, you're gonna see a lot of me. And I'm glad that y'all joined this ride with me because there is no other fan base like us. And I'm not saying that because y'all watching me. It just really ain't. I looked around, try to find this in the Browns nation or in the Giants nation. I got people calling me to try to figure out how to do breakdowns and where we get this film from so that they can do this for their own teams because ain't that many motherfuckers doing it. You got people sprouting up on other teams that are trying it now. We're changing the way people watch football. All of us, not me, not Vach, not Law, not Mark, not Foots, not Shango, not us individually, y'all. Because y'all watch us. We ain't doing this shit if y'all ain't watching us at all. So we're changing the way people digest the sport. And it's going to change the way other bodies digest the sport, like ESPN, FS1, and all that. That's what we're doing here. So know that. And what y'all doing, or what we're doing is like, this is history here, man. So let's make sure next year we sitting here saying how we won and talking about all the things we did to win this game and get to that next level. And we're rallying around these guys. I don't want to see y'all guys that sitting here talking shit, you know, clapping and jumping up and down next year if you haven't really sat here and took your L's like men and women with class. So I'm out of here. Love all y'all. For real, because I love what I do. I do this. I would do this for free because I started this for free, and I would keep doing it no matter what. That's what the fuck I do. So, AKOYE Media out, man. Peace.